Good morning, my sugar woogers and my beautiful butterflies. How are y'all this morning? Ms.V is on StreamYard today because I'm still away from home and I did not want to show my girlfriend's home. This is her home, not my home. So I respect that. Hey, Miss Geraldine, how are you doing this morning? I hope y'all are having a lovely day and wherever you are, it's a beautiful day. It's a gorgeous day here, but it's cold. It's in the 40s, y'all. Well, the good book does say you won't know one season from the other, so I guess we are in those times. That's what it looks like to me. Hit that like button. Ring that doorbell. Come on in. Let's talk about healing wounds this morning. You can't progress unless you heal your wounds. So let's talk about it. That's the topic of conversation this morning. So I'm going to speak to everyone in the chat that's coming in and welcome you to Chatting with Miss V this morning. I am still in Greenwood, Texas. Hopefully, my plan is to leave out tomorrow because I have to be home for Thursday. I'm in no rush. She's in no rush for me to leave today. She's gone to work, and I am cooking enough food today to last her hopefully for a couple of weeks. I did red beans and rice last night. And today I'm doing her Cornish hens. I don't like them, but I'm going to cook them for her. And I'm going to look in the freezer and take the meats out because that's the hardest part to cook and the longest part to cook. And she can just come in from work and add her some vegetables to it. So, everybody, welcome. Now, let's get into healing your wounds. I'm talking to Roz today because I have been able to catch a few reaction videos while I was here looking at YouTube last night. And I also watched her live, and there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. In order to progress in life, whoever this message may fall upon, you have to heal. You have to heal the wounds of your past. It is difficult and it's very painful, but if you hold on to those open wounds, they'll never heal. You can't band aid a wound. It needs air, oxygen to heal. And that's what you're doing. You're holding on to open wounds of your past, as well as you are creating open wounds in your present. So don't ever expect to have a happy life, a peaceful life, a joyful life until you do that. It's just not going to happen. You need to find a place of healing in your heart first. Attacking people is not healing. It shows insecurity, deception, low self-esteem, hurt, unrest, pain of your past and your present life, regrets, a lack of, no God in your life or in your heart at all, only for those who see what you see, how you feel, and how you think. The mistakes of your past and present, weakness. It's not a strong person, it's a weak person. And you have no sympathy or empathy for mankind. And it shows. Even when you're trying to show empathy and sympathy, it does not come through. You need to take it to the altar and repent for all you have done and said in life, and especially these last 2.5 years out here on YouTube. You're pushing into your third year out here. We have not received any receipts that have been asked for, and we won't. It's kind of a sad situation. But repentance without forgiveness is reckless. Believe me. You have to start with forgiveness of yourself before you can forgive others. Let me repeat that. You have to start with forgiveness of yourself before you can forgive others. And that's what you haven't done. You haven't forgiven yourself. That's why you come out here every day and you don't know how to forgive others. Even when you apologize to me, and I'm going to speak for me when I'm talking to you, you came right back in less than a month after telling your chat, oh, we're not going to talk about Ms.V, when you knew you had lied. And you came right back into the sister circle so people on the outside would know that you were talking about me. But eventually, you had to drop it to the outside because it was running views. And that's what you're good at. Degrading people and showing them your blueprint. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. It's very important to forgive yourself in order to forgive others. Remember that. Yourself first. If you cannot forgive yourself, forget about it because it'll never happen. You attached me because of your jealousy and envy. I only came out and introduced myself, and the next day you attacked behind my message that I gave the night before, not knowing me, never seen me, had no receipts of what you had said, and it makes you look like the liar you really are. Because now I'm out here displaying my life from childhood all the way until now. I have no regrets. My life is what it is, and I'm displaying who I am. Are you? We were raised differently by totally different parents, a total different neck of the woods. And I think, and I know that you didn't have the parental guidance that you needed as a child, or you wouldn't be acting like this as an adult. I am a representation of my parents, grandparents, and the community I was raised in. Do I have faults and failures? Of course. But do I come out here and attack anybody behind my faults or my failures? Never. Mm-mm. It's not in me. We have choices in life. How many times do I have to tell you that? That we have choices in life. You made your choices. From what we can see, they were not the best choices. So that kind of like throws your blueprint out of the window. I'm not coming out here advocating to anybody to live my life because my life is my life and your life is your life. But for you, in your words, you need to do better. Do better. I saw your video and I was a little dismayed. Are you not doing anything that no other responsible parent or grandparent would do. So you wash your grandchildren's clothes. No big deal. Even if they had gone home dirty, it's no big deal. Don't they have a washer and a dryer? Shouldn't they have just been happy that you gave them a relief for the weekend? Just because you did it, there's no right or wrong to parenting. People do the best they can with what they have, and that's exactly what you're doing. So, from what I see, you're trying to make up to your grandchildren what you did not do for your children. But you don't have them every day. You're not keeping your grandchildren. So that does not make you the star grandparent. You said yourself that you could only keep them every now and then. You couldn't do this every day. That told me a lot. If something happened to my daughter and I had to take my grandkids, they would be raised just like she was. Okay? They would be educated just like she was. They would be taught manners, to be respectful, and not get out in the world and display bad behavior. Your kids do that. That's kind of setting an example of what your parenting skills are, but yet you have the mitigating gall to come out here and set a blueprint for others to follow. No, thank you. I'm good. At the park, you didn't even know where your grandchildren were, nor did they. You were too busy eating chocolate chip cookies, ginger ale. Did you really need that? And you're already grossly overweight for your height? You don't care about yourself. So how in the world do I think that you care about me? You don't. You don't care about me and nobody else. It's all about you. You exemplify that on a daily basis. You came out for cash apps and you said it. You came out to bash people for cash apps, super chats, and super stickers. Thank God I don't have to do it. Thank God I made a way and made better choices. So at this point, at 69, I can say I'm doing fine. I'm sitting back, relaxed, away from home, without a care. Everything is fine there. And guess what? If I walk back in there and ain't nothing there, you think I'm going to be upset? That's what I pay insurance for. There is nothing tangible here on earth that I cannot replace because I got sense enough to know that when I leave here, I'm not taking it with me. So the material things of the world, they don't bother me. Not at all. I'm past that state in life, thank God. And I've been there for a long time. Things in life come and go. Everything. Your looks, your money, your mind, everything is going to come and go in life. You better read me when I say what I say. Understand what I'm saying to you, young lady. I would not ever tell anybody anything to mislead them. Do you? Have you not misled them on who you are even? You displaying one thing and you saying one thing, but your life is really another. Everybody is not blind and oblivious to who you are. When we come out here as content creators and we display our life on social media to the world, people see. Nobody is dumb out here. Even your people see. But they can relate to you, obviously, because they have lived like you or are living like you, to accept the things you do and say. You need to stop before your life is displayed out here. More of it and more receipts are dropped. And get back onto your platform. You started out cooking. That didn't work. So then you went to bashing people? If you have a job, which I don't feel in my heart you do, it would be easy to research and find out if you did. Like I say, it's not that many social work offices that we couldn't find out if you worked there. That's neither here nor there with me. If you say you're working, you're working. I don't care. It has nothing to do with my life whatsoever. It's not going to put any money in my pocket, nor is it going to take any out. But I wouldn't come out here lying like you do. In your video, you said that you were going to be home all day on Monday. There is no job in the world that lets you take off as much as you do. All you got to do is piece this puzzle together. And we see a timeline of your life. The real life, not the fake, not the phony, not the make-believe, not the delusional life that you have portrayed. We see the real deal. And it's very sad because you haven't healed. You haven't healed from your childhood. It could not have been beautiful and amazing to have had a mother that was a crackhead. What's beautiful and amazing about that? What's beautiful and amazing about not having a father in your home? Parents made you, but they're not together. And it's okay. A lot of people can deal with that. And they have amazing lives with one parent. There are people out here in the world who had no parent and they made it, but they are very humble people because they had to dig it out the mud. That's when you're talking about digging it out the mud and not riding on the back of anybody. You need to do better. Seriously. You are presenting your life to the world when you come out here on YouTube. Right now, at this point in your life, you are emotionally drained and draining the life out of most who watch you, including your own followers. I'm going to call them subscribers because you are following them. They are not following you. You have built your platform on blocked people and negativity. So you have to keep it up in order to keep your money flowing. That's a sad situation to be in. If you had a real job, would you really be doing this? No, because you would have money coming in. Well, you wouldn't have to come out here and dog another black sister and bring her down. You just don't. You don't have to do that, sweetie. Your word, baby. Why would I have to come out here and just bash another person every day when I have checks rolling in every month for the rest of my life because I put in the work, as you always says, 40 years. So I'm laid back this morning and every morning for the rest of my life, taking care of me and my business. I don't have time to come out here on YouTube and take care of anybody else's business. Because first of all, I don't want to. Second of all, I don't have to. And third of all, I will not. That's your life and that's your business. And I keep my business rolling. I keep my business rolling. I don't have time to worry about nobody else's. I am living off of my means. YouTube has not paid me yet. But yet you've seen me go out and buy a car, doing whatever I choose to do. So nobody can ever come out and say, oh, Miss V came on YouTube because she needed money. Not the case. Ms.V came on YouTube because she wanted to. She wanted to clear up her name and her life. And she has, and she will continue to be who she is, not what you told the world I am. Understand where I'm coming from. We are from two different eras. I was born in an era where parents, grandparents, community, everybody raised you because everybody was like-minded and they wanted to see their children, all the children of the neighborhood, progress. In the neighborhood I showed you, we all shared. Parents, grandparents, cousins, uncles, aunties, everybody. There, I can honestly say that when I grew up in that neighborhood, there were no enemies at all. That's Mr. Brown's daughter. Okay? My parents were respected and they respected each other. And that's why I am who I am today. Respectful of others. I don't give a doggone what nobody says in life about me. You're not feeding me. You never have. You never will. You're not housing me. You're not driving me. I can do that for myself. And when I can't do it anymore, thank God I can pay you to drive me. Or I can catch an Uber. Can you say that? No. At 50, you don't have time to be bashing anybody. It's a transitional period in your life preparing you for older age, hopefully to become old and elderly. Y'all use that word interchangeably out here on YouTube. But I hope that you saw the difference when I took you to the convalescent home. I gave you the definition of it. At that convalescent home is elderly people because they are in a facility, a skilled care facility, and a convalescent home. They are of that age and they are elderly. When you are still living in your home, you're still able to do for yourself, you are old. I hope you got it. Those of you who don't know the difference, I hope that video displays the difference between old. I'm old and I went to an elderly facility. All right. My second day on YouTube. I said I don't like other black women bashing other blacks because of what I had gone through integration. I guess it didn't resonate with some. If you don't like me for whatever your reasons are, move around. Nobody's asking you to stay. If you do, welcome every day. I am not for everybody, but I am for most people because I know how to mind my business and take care of my MY business. Do you? Don't allow money to stop you from ignoring what doesn't affect you. Do I need to repeat that? You are allowing money to affect you and how you receive the money. Take a note. All money ain't good money. This YouTube money is from the devil's playground. Okay? You find very few positive content creators that come out here every day and be positive. I found a few who have built generational wealth off of YouTube, Facebook, or social media. I found a few. They talk about their life. And I'll further discuss that as I move on. Do you think I care what someone says about me? Hell to the no, no, no. Mm-mm. I don't even stop and take the time to engage with them, as you have seen. I've had a few that tried me. Have I said anything about them? Have I gone on their page and said anything? Have I said anything on my page other than move the hell on? I'm not for you and you're not for me. Mm-mm. And won't. They are not where I am. They are not the age that I am. They have not acquired. They have not accomplished. We're not on the same level. So why would I take time out of my busy ass schedule to go and attack them? No. Say what you say. Do what you do. Hope it brings you a view. Because I ain't and I can't with you. That's it and that's all. Let's talk about life insurance, which you don't believe in. You say? So now you're 50 years old. And it's obvious that you don't have a job or you would have life insurance through your job. You said you didn't believe in it. You said it. I didn't. So who's going to bury you? Your children? That's a burden on them. You're not independent even of your own children. You're not independent of your own chat. You live for them to give to you. I would hate to think that I had to live like that. That I hadn't gotten up off of my patucci and done anything to take care of me. Perhaps that's why I always worked, regardless of any man in my life, so I could one day sit back like today and have my own, plus whatever they left in my life. Follow me. Come on down the yellow brick road with me. We're going to see the wizard this morning. I just don't understand a person who would rather have a GoFundMe versus life insurance on a job. I kept life insurances from jobs I had when maybe the company was paying for it or paying a portion of it. And when I left there, I kept them. Yeah, I pay a big sum for life insurance. I do. Because I want to leave some generational wealth behind for my children. And when I say children, I only have one, but I have grandchildren too. They deserve the same thing I received. I received generational wealth from my parents, and I want them to have some generational wealth also. Okay? You're doing all this for your grandchildren now. You're a babysitter. But when you're gone, they won't remember that. They're young. Sitting there looking at you gone and nothing left behind would bring tears to my eyes. I can't. I don't follow your blueprint. It doesn't make sense to me. I have said before, you are so embarrassing to the Black race. Exhibiting your life and your lifestyle out here on social media is an embarrassment. And you don't get it. Again, tell your own story like I'm displaying mine. Don't tell anybody else's story like you tried to do mine. Because you don't know their story. Just like we don't know your story. We piecing your story together every time you come out here. And your story ain't good. It ain't a great legacy to leave behind. You are mentally and physically ill. I can say that. Why? Because I sit up there at U of H in psychology. And I found out in that class that wasn't for me. In those classes I was taking, I couldn't do the children's psychology because I could not stand to see a child coming in there messed up. It would have gotten to me. I couldn't do adult psychology because of people like you who need help and won't go in to get the help and would not stay with the program. So I went as far as clinicals and I said, thank God I went through those classes because it helped me in the business world. It helped me throughout my life. It's still helping me. A hairdresser is an unpaid psychiatrist, a psychologist. Because every time somebody sits in your chair, once they get familiar with you and they get trust in you, they start talking their business with you. I had sense enough to know. Keep it to yourself. Control, Alt, Delete when they get out this chair, because the next one is coming with another problem. And they coming every week, every 2 weeks, once a month, however they come. They're going to pick up on that discussion. Or they're going to bring in a new discussion. And it was never, very rarely was it anything good. I don't know if I just look like that kind of person that I'm a good listener, or I can keep my mouth closed to have kept my business running and booked for 17 years. Coming to Clear Lake unknown, up against beauty shops who had been there for years and made a living, that sent my daughter through college, bought Lexus, Mercedes, Infinities, Peugeots, which is a French car. You may have never heard of it. Lived in the kind of houses I wanted to live in. Traveled the world and saw what I wanted to see on a beauty shop. I did that. And made the same 6 digits that I made when I was working for somebody else. Was it easy? No. Was it expensive? Yeah. 5,000 square feet of beauty shop? Yes. Very expensive. But you have to learn how to manage. This money is going into the household account. This money is going into my account. This money is going into savings. This money is going into my daughter's account. Yeah. Every week, I went to the bank on Monday, on my day off, and put money into 4 accounts. And I stuck by that the whole time I was in business. Paid taxes. You own a business, you're going to pay taxes. Yeah. And I grew. And I grew fast. I started out in 500 square feet. 17 years later, I closed the door on 5,000 square feet, I'm sorry. I want you to show me your life before you blueprint anybody else's life. Just like I have shown the world my life, I'm going to need you to do the same thing. You draw the breath out of me sometimes. That's why I try hard not to watch you. Because you don't do anything for my life. You don't do anything for most people's lives. You don't give them any motivation whatsoever. You don't give them any kind of encouragement. You're not inspirational. You're not humorous. You're not any of that. Every time you come on, we can look forward to you bashing somebody, dogging out somebody. Every time there's a problem there. You need real intense therapy. And you needed it like years ago. You need to check in to some facility. Now, I don't know if you have the money to do it. Not really, that's none of my business. I'm just telling you what you need to do. Because you're making a mockery out of yourself and your life out here. This is so unnecessary to come up against people with lies. Every time you open your mouth, you even lie on your own life. So what do I expect for you to do on mine? Do what you did. Lie. It is very abnormal and it's uncalled for. Stop now. This is your 3rd time. 3 strikes in my game, you're out. So this will be the last time I'll tell you to stop. I will do reactions, but I will not tell you to stop anymore. This is your 3rd strike. You're out. Okay? You're not alone in your behavior. What you will find is many others once you enroll into a program that are just like you. Woman, fix yourself in order to help your children and your grandchildren do better. Or more bad luck is yet to come. I've said it once, I'm going to say it again. God doesn't bless mess because it is not of Him. He created us in His own image. Find me one place in the Bible that He is messy. I won't wait. Not on that one, because you won't find it. No, ma'am. Scars take time to heal, but they also tell a story. Wounds tell a story. Did you hear what I said? Scars tell a story, and wounds tell a story, and they take time to heal. You need to heal from your childhood, from birth until now. You need to get your life in order before someone more powerful than you, that has all power in his hands, stops you. It's very doubtful that people out here on these YouTube streets are going to be able to stop you. They haven't so far. They've just exposed you. I think it's going to have to come from up above. That's my thoughts and my feelings. We all sin and we all come short of the glory of. But most of us have sense enough to know when we've done so. So we will repent. Do you? And we ask for forgiveness. Do you? It's doubtful, because you do not stop and you keep with the same thing every day. You come out here on YouTube, but not on Facebook. I wonder why. Do you remember when you came for me and I told you I would meet you over on Facebook? You were so afraid that I was going to expose you, which I was. You blocked me on Facebook. I never made up a page to come over there and watch you. I get it on YouTube, what you said on Facebook. That's enough for me. I'm going to give you an example of your sector, as your lawyer daughter has called it, and the Latrice Allen sector. If Trice has over 100,000 followers, I think I've said this once. You didn't get it the first time. So let me say it again. And you only have 14,000 plus. And you proclaim this as your sector. How can that be? The math ain't mathing. No, ma'am, it's not. I'm sick of making it make sense. I coined that when I came out here. Make it make sense. I'm sick of it. It doesn't make sense. Let's go with that one. It doesn't make sense. If she's been in the business, let me retract that. If she was in the business 7 years and made $1 million, and you are almost half the way of where she was at that time in her 2.5 to 3 year run out here, you're a long ways behind. You'll never make it. Do the math. She has 1 million on Facebook. How many do you have? Somewhere in the 20s. You'll never make it. If she has 100,000 on YouTube and you just have 14, you won't make it. That within itself would tell me I need to change my narrative. I need to go in a different direction. If I want to be her so bad, I need to change my tune. You don't get it. Drama sells, but it's not for everybody. And it only sells for a little while and people get tired of it. Everybody is not complacent in life where they just want to sit up and listen to drama about somebody else's life every day when they have their own drama in their own life. Do you get it? Do you hear me? Verizon commercial. Do you hear me now? Is that the Verizon? I think so. I don't know. Talking about people for views and money is getting a little old. There is so much more to life than criticizing others. You just got up and started traveling at 49. And you want to tell other people out here, show me what you can do? We've already done it. I've been traveling since I was, well, a kid. Because my mom always took us on vacation every summer. Yes, ma'am. I saw the Grand Canyon, Oak Creek Canyon, Hemisphere 68, Los Angeles, California, Detroit, Michigan, Gary, Indiana, and many other places as a child when my mom was taking me on vacations. My first real trip was when I was 21, and I went someplace you haven't gone yet. London, Paris, and Rome. But you want to tell people, show you? I don't have nothing to show you. Unless you want to see the pictures of it. I can do that. Some of those pictures are so old, they're beginning to fade. I'm having to log them into the computer. So I'll have those memories and pictures. Those were Polaroids back then. That's how long I've been traveling. So who are you talking to when you saying that? Because most people out here travel. Unlike you, most people out here on YouTube, most of these content creators have been places and done things. I'm older, so I probably travel more. Unless they win the service. So I don't have to get out here and show you nothing. You've been to Hawaii, I've never been. But after looking at what you showed me, if I went on what you showed me, I wouldn't want to go. It's never been a place I had on my bucket list to go to. There are places that I still would like to go. My girlfriend that I'm living here with just got back from Israel and Jerusalem. She went to the Holy Lands in February. I'm going to drop a video on that so my subscribers can see the Holy Land. And some of the things she brought back and the souvenirs she brought back to me. Now that's on my bucket list. And I can't wait too much longer after looking at her videos because it's a lot of steep climbing. And there's a lot of steps to take. So let me get back to one other thing I'm going to tell you. Well, a few more things. I've watched Tabitha Brown since she came out here. But I have never heard her get on here and bash anybody. As of today, 953K on her YouTube. You will never get there. Your content is too negative, sweetie. You should try it though. Trying to change your content and maybe you might get there. Ask for forgiveness from the people you bashed and hurt out here on these streets. Forget me, because you didn't hurt me. But you've hurt many others out here on a daily basis. She says that her platform is funny, and it is, inspirational, and it is, and vegan, and it is. You have changed your description to real life reaction and conversation. So if this is real life to you, what you have on your profile that you're doing is not real life to most of us. So what do you not get from what I just said? This is not real life for most of us. This is your messed up life, not ours. Uh-uh. No, ma'am. Okay. Let me get on down the road so I can get into my chat and talk to my sugar woogers and my beautiful butterflies. Why do you feel that what you are saying and doing is motivating anyone to want to be like you? I won't wait on that one. You will watch this, and I will see if you continue to allow your chat to bust hell wide open for you, because that's what you're doing. You are the content creator, but you are following them, reading every comment that they make, and every comment is a negative comment that you read. And you don't see that? It's all about money, huh? Just remember, Ms.V told you, all money ain't good money, and that money you making is sliding right out of your hands. You can't hold on to it because it ain't good money. It's like dope money. Dope dealers never have anything because they can't show a job to have anything unless they at the top of the dope ring. Small town dope dealers, they might have a car, but where's the car parked? Not in a garage. It's in the front of their home, or maybe on somebody else's driveway. And if they do go out and get a home, they can't keep it. Most of them lose it because nothing is steady. The income is not steady. And somewhere along the way, they get souped up, either by somebody else in the drug business, or law enforcement steps up and lock them up and take away the key for a long time. Your message is only residing with a small minority of the general population on social media. You should see that. If you're only at 14,000 in almost 2.5 years, and there are people out here who have been out here less than that, and they're half the way to where you are, with trying to correct you on a daily basis when they come out, what should that tell you? Lady, do you not have a brain? A functioning brain at all? I told you, it only takes common sense. You don't need book sense for that. I've used more common sense in my life than I've used book sense. Those degrees helped me. It gave me a social environment, learning how to interrelate with people from all walks of life. That's what college did. And it also gave me a better understanding of book knowledge. But the common sense carried me much further because I had to interview with that book knowledge to get the job. A lot of people miss jobs because they don't interview well. Social media is killing a lot of people who have to interview, especially on phone interviews or uh, when they telecommunicate on interviews, when they're not face to face. It's even worse face to face because you can see their nervousness. You can see they don't really know what they're talking about. They just don't know how to interview. Even after they've been through 4 or 5 years, they don't get along well on the job with others. I think the lawyer daughter would be a typical example of that. And companies don't keep them around. They're not good for business. Businesses are in the business of making money. Nobody goes into no business just because. Every business is out there to make money. It's how you make it. Remember, I told you that. Then I want you to stop and I want you to ask yourself, why are some people growing so fast and others are not? If you're doing the same thing they are doing, but they are growing fast, much faster than you have, why? I'm not going to wait because it's too late. Stop comparing your life with others. Nobody's life is the same. There may be similarities, but everybody's DNA is unique and different, and their lives are just as unique and different. What have you done in your life? Show us. I saw a video, a little clip of Sharita feeding the hungry. I showed you a little clip of me on Saturday. I dropped the video on Sunday. This is what I do. This is what she does. And I'm sure there are others out here who do it too. They give in order to receive. It's a blessing. It's a more of a blessing to give than to receive. I've always been a giver. Always. Have I received back from the people I gave to? Hell to the no. But that's life. You don't expect it back, but it always came back through somebody else. When I needed an angel, they were there for me. My flat's on the highway. I've said this before. White men, businessmen got out of their car, laid their jacket on my trunk, and changed my flat before AAA could get there. My race kind of passed me up like they didn't see me. Those were my angels. Doesn't matter where it come from. That's why I'm not a prejudiced person. How can I be when I have other races within my family? People are people. God made us all. I don't think you seem to understand that. What generational wealth are you leaving behind when you don't even own your own house that you keep proclaiming as yours? There's a problem with that. When you leave, they will have to get your beautiful, amazing ish and get up out of there quick. Okay? Because that man is going to want to re-rent his home. You've got out here and you've talked about Teresa's home, her 10 acres, and everybody else's you could. And you don't even own one to talk about it. Now that doesn't make a lick of sense. It seems as though the people who don't have are the ones that are bashing the most. The people who do have are laid back enjoying the fruits of their labor. Do you not get it? You are not the same age as Latrice. You are 50. She is 39. Stop trying to compare your life to hers and put your life at 39 where she is and show us what you had at 39. Can you do that? Because we don't know where any of us or any of them, because I'm past 50, will be at 50 and what they will have. You don't know what blessings are going to fall in their lap. They could hit the lottery and become a millionaire tomorrow. Somebody could die and leave them millions. You don't know. But the main thing I want you to get is be humble. Be humble with whatever you got. And be in a place in your life, if you lost everything tomorrow, you could look back on your life and say, hey, I've had a good life and I'm good. I'm still good because I still got food on my table, clothes on my back, a roof over my head, transportation to drive, and love in my heart for everybody. That's where I want you to get. You will never be able to say, where I bashed Ms.V, but Ms.V came out and she tried to talk to me and tried her best to give me some advice from an older woman, not elderly. I'm not in a convalescent home. Okay? Chat, let me get into you. Good morning, Mary Scott. Good morning, Elaine. Trey is in the building. Miss Geraldine, good morning. Miss Wilma, good morning. Mary Scott, Miss Kay. Avis, how you doing? Carla, thank you for the roses and the hearts. Speak individually. Good morning, everyone. Sting is saying she can't speak individually. On the move with my daughter, but I'm listening. Thank you, Sting. Victoria Jones, welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. Good morning, Rita, Stacy, Terry Cody, Carolyn Clackley. Good morning. Good morning. Carolyn Almond. Good morning, Ms. V. That's my homegirl from Las Vegas. Carolyn Almond, welcome. How you doing this morning? Jazzy One, good morning. Good morning, Jam Jam, Bad and Bushy. It's a cancer thing is in the house this morning. I appreciate you. Y'all are still speaking to each other. My man, Pinky, good morning. Everybody has choices. You right, Pinky. It's what road you choose to take. Miss Carolyn Armand, my homegirl, is saying amen. Love Jones is in the building saying amen. Thankful for life is in the building. Tiff Norris say good morning. Preach. I just hope, Tiff, that she comprehends something I have said to her, coming from a woman 19 years her senior, old enough to be her mother. Okay? Don't go down that road. And if you go down that road, it's always detours you can take. Even if you have to get off the road and go through the field, you got a detour. It's your choice of whether you want to take it or not. So beautiful. I am in tears, says Miss Renee Shepherd. Good morning, Mona Love. How are you? I'd be upset if you got robbed. Oh, don't be upset, Pinky. It's all good. Miss Almond says, a great commentary, Miss V. Carolyn Price Almond, DFW Regional. Okay, you're in DFW now. You've gone from Las Vegas, or are you traveling to DFW? Carolyn. Real Talk with D Brown is in the building. Welcome, Miss D. I don't watch Roz. I watch Miss V buffering. Yeah, they probably reporting it, but it's all good. It's all good. It's not going down. That's for sure. Have I cussed? Have I lied? There is no reason to take it down. It'll stay up for the future to see. Good morning, Leslie. Hi, Diane Fisher. Leslie, she's home more than she works. I need her job. Don't we all, Leslie? It's nice. But she'll let you know she doesn't work. Even when she says something about work, she'll turn around and she'll mess up and say, I'm home all day tomorrow, where I be every day. That was in her last video. Pinky is saying her life is not beautiful and amazing. Nobody's life is beautiful and amazing every day. I had a beautiful, amazing day yesterday at the lake. I don't know what's going to come my way today. I'm just going to deal with it. Okay. I barely catch the lives because I work so much. My money don't jingle jingle. It folds. Yes, sir. I know that's right, Pinky. Make it today, for you don't know what tomorrow will bring. Hey, Miss Susie, how you doing? Pinky say, ain't nobody got time for that. No, we don't. That's why she needs to get her life together, because she don't realize her life is passing her by while you tearing down somebody else's life. You need to fix your own life and your own problems. Good morning, Belinda Roberts. How are you? Ms.V. Some came on YouTube because she's funny. Ah, no, I didn't come on YouTube because I was funny. Y'all told me I was funny. I didn't know I was funny. I came on YouTube because I wanted to clear up what she had said about me and to bring some messages that may help somebody else along the way. Maybe things I had been through that I don't want to see y'all going through. Good morning, Miss Mary Francis. How are you this morning? I hope all is well with you. Miss Susan say, please, everyone, ring that doorbell. Thanks. I appreciate that, Miss Susie. Straight out of Naptown is in the building. Good morning to you. I love the weekend with you. Thank you. Thank you. I have some more videos that I'm going to drop, but it'll be more like vlogging. I'm planning on leaving out of here tomorrow morning. Today I'm cooking all day for my girlfriend, so she'll have food because she doesn't get off from work until 6 o'clock, and it's very draining. Her job is taking care of all of the computers over at Southern University, and that's a very draining job for a person that's 60. She's 68 years old. She's on her second retirement. Let's get the likes up, people. Thank you, Pinky. I appreciate that. And get her into the algorithms. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Miss Terry Cody is in the building. Tammy Lee Holloway, good morning to you. You ain't old, Miss V. I am old now. I don't know what your age of old is, but I think 69 is old. Uh-huh. Once you pass 50, you're starting to get old. You're in your midlife crisis in your 50s to 60. And well, I want to say, I'll back it up. I give you 20 years, 40 to 60. After 60, in my book, you have become old. And it's nothing wrong with being old. It's a blessing from the Lord. Everybody doesn't live to be old. That's why I just look at people when they start saying, oh, that old person, you better hope you live that long, because people are not living as long as they used to live. Okay? At the Social Security office applying for Medicare. See y'all later. Okay, Miss Susie. Been there, done that. See y'all later. Turning 65 in June. Oh, yes, it's the time. 65. You got to do it now because they'll start penalizing you. Shatika is in the building. Heal the world. How you doing? I love that. That goes along with what I'm talking about this morning. Yes, Ms. V, you have done the work to have checks rolling in for the rest of your life. Please, young women, learn from Ms. V. She gives out advice on how to prepare to live well as senior citizens. Correct. Because if you don't have it by the time you get here, it's too late. I don't feel like getting up, going to no job, no 9 to 5. No. Miss Susie, I hope you get everything you deserve. Happy retirement. And thanks for your service to society. That's coming from Pinky. Hey, Angela Brooks, how are you doing this morning? I hope all is well. Pinky says, I'm a man. I'm in your life, Miss V. Thank you, Pinky. I appreciate that. We all need men in our life. A bunch of women, they can't do things that men can do for you. They can't fix flats. They can't carpenter nothing. They can't build nothing. Very few women can do construction. They can't fix your car. What can they do? They can comfort you, maybe. They might can give you advice on what to do, but most of them ain't gonna do it if they know how to do it. Let's see who else. Karen is in the building. Karen Martin. That's one of the downsides of working in social services. You see some of the worst situations. I've never worked in that, but I can imagine, Karen, that it's bad. Sweet and Sassy says 100. It's your wisdom for me. Thank you, Sweet and Sassy. I'm glad that I'm able to share some wisdom with you and hope that it resonates with you. Maybe not now, maybe later. Depends on what age you are. Those that are my age, a little above or behind, they understand. Those that may be a little bit in front of me, it may not click. But then at some point, you might come back and say, dog, Ms. V told me so. Okay. Moving on down, Carla says, I take offense when she lies about working, especially by losing job I loved of 6 years by no fault of me, of my own, and that's nothing to lie about. Correct, Carla. Uh, let's see. I'm moving on down, trying to see who else is in the building this morning. It's Ashante made it over. Welcome, Ashante. Ashante has a channel, and also Miss D is in the chat this morning. She has a channel. Heal the World says, Ms. V, you are giving out jewels on money management. That's how we lead, guide, and direct the younger women. Thank you. You're welcome. Heal the World. You got to put it up when you're young. You got to start somewhere. And even like I say, if you can't put back but $100 a whole month, go to an investment firm and talk to them and tell them how you want to direct your money. Safe, not so safe. You want to take some chances on some stocks or whatever. That's your business. But you got to start somewhere. But you won't have nothing because the cost of living is steady going up, people. I never imagined we would be paying this much for gas and food at this point in my life. But you had to prepare for it when you were young. I imagine my money going way further than it's going now. But it is what it is. I still can manage on my checks. They're more than enough. So I'm good. She better take heed to this. This is serious. Yes, ma'am, Diane Fisher. It's very serious. But she won't. Trust me. She won't. And she will proclaim that she never saw this video. But if you listen to her, she saw it because she'll start saying stuff about it. Jennifer Vance is in the building and she says, Open will tell a story. It's what inflict in pain on their I think what you're saying, an open wound will tell the story and inflict pain on others. I got it. Let's see, Vaughn, good morning. How are you? Wanda Younger, good morning. Good morning. Mother of three, good morning. How are you? Hope all is well. Hey, Quay, how are you doing? Bond says, tell her to show them bank statements from the Christmas scam. She never will. She is not going to expose herself. Otherwise, don't you think, like I've said before, if y'all had accused me of taking money from a fund that I set up that was supposed to be representing something else, don't you think I would have come out here and showed those bank receipts? Huh? You're not going to accuse me of taking no money that you were paying for what you thought you were paying for and you didn't get it. Now she's talking about feeding the hungry after she's seen other content creators feeding. Now she's talking about giving. So maybe it's just starting to sink in a little bit because she hasn't given anything since she's been out here. You cannot say that Christmas fund was given anything because it didn't. That was money her chat gave her, not her money. Okay? Let's get it straight. Don't get it twisted. Hey, Annette, how you doing? I watch Tabitha Brown too. She is very inspirational and positive. Yes, ma'am. I love Tabitha Brown. I watch her. I don't catch her lives or her videos always, but I go back and watch them because she helps me. And she's a younger woman. Very, very inspirational and inspiring. She is. And that's why her numbers are where they are. Oh, down. Annette is in the building. Everything done out of hate and being malicious never lasts. That's just how it is, because that's mess. That mess is Satan. Correct. I agree. And welcome this morning. Okay. I'm getting on down here trying to catch as many as I can. Stacy Love, welcome. Preach, Ms.V. I'm just trying to teach this morning. I never been called to preach, Stacy. But I was a teacher for a year, and at this point, I just think that I shouldn't let my knowledge go to the grave with me. If I can help somebody along the way, then my living wasn't in vain. Okay? Um, Diane says that's right. That's right. Pig feet is way older than Tree. She should be helping her rather than putting her and her kids down. Exactly. What is she doing? What I'm doing is talking to her to try to help her have a better life and a more prosperous and joyous life. And that's what she should be doing to Latrice and any other young person out here. You should be calling right and wrong instead of trying to make a wrong a right. It's a difference. Hey, Miss Blackhouse, how are you? Ms.V, I enjoyed the senior citizen visit yesterday. And yes, they need love too. Yes, ma'am. Maybe one day we might be there if we live long enough. When you want somebody to come by, I did not have the opportunity to show you, but we fed them breakfast also. We stopped by and got kolaches and donuts. The nursing home had coffee there and water. And so I was busy taking their donuts and kolaches around, so I didn't have a hand to film, and they really enjoyed it. They look forward. Her daughter does this every third Saturday of the month. So they asked me, would you please come back with her? And I was like, I don't know if I can every third Saturday, but I'll make the third Saturdays that I can. Hey, Granny K, I'm 66 and retired. Yes, ma'am. And it's a good feeling, Granny K. We put in our dues. We paid our dues. Hey, Carla, I've taken care of old and elderly, and there is a little difference between the two. Exactly. Elderly can't exactly do for themselves what old can do. That's why they are in those facilities, and that's why they are called elderly. Thank you, Carla. Hey, Myra, how are you doing this morning? Um, okay, I gotten to the bottom. I've been on here my hour. I can't believe that I've been on here an hour and 18 minutes and said as much as I said and spoke to everybody in my chat. I wish y'all a blessed and wonderful day. Make it a good day in spite of, okay? And I'll try to get back sometime today, hopefully at 7:30 tonight. But if I see I can't make it, I'll just do a pop on. And tomorrow I'll be on the road. So if I come on tomorrow on live, I won't be able to read the chat because I'll be driving. I'll just be talking to you. And then by Wednesday, we can get back to our normal scheduled program. But in the meantime, I love each and every one of you. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Lord, let me tell y'all this before I leave. I'm down here in Greenwood and don't know nobody, and picked up 40 people in between Greenwood and Louisiana this weekend. Now, ain't God good? Have a good day. Much love to you. Bye-bye.